Give me just one moment. Type it in the chat so that y'all can see it, and that way refresh if you're not seeing me. And if you're seeing me, you know we're live. So hello everyone, Chris here, aka Rufotris Rooted Rockhound, and today, as always, I've got Tyler with me, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We're always live, doing the Lapidary Lounge, but we wanted to really focus on the Q&A part of it. So today it's going to be a Q&A. I'm going to have a few different resources with me. I've got my Rock Encyclopedia book, I've got two other books to the side, and of course my laptop so we can look stuff up online. And yeah, we're going to do a little Q&A and also some extra little goodies on the side. Tyler will show you what he's working on shortly. But I'm going to possibly, I think, maybe do one of these crystal sets. We talked about it on a previous podcast, and I mentioned it on a live, but never ended up getting into them. So we're thinking maybe today we'll do this little crystal grow set, and then on a future podcast we can see the results and see how they ended up looking, as well as most likely on a short video of mine. But so yeah, we're going to get into the encyclopedias when we start doing a little Q&A if y'all have some questions. And Tyler is doing, you know what? I actually forgot what Tyler is doing today, so he will tell you in just a moment.
Love it.
Or now. I think he's grabbing what he's doing real quick to show you.
Oh, I felt bad that I didn't have my rock book by me, so yeah, I'm showing two people in now. We got Jackie and Travis. There we are. Hello. Welcome in, everybody.
There it is. Got the Audubon book. Perfect. Let me grab my other one.
I'm a visual person. So this has done me good. Sorry, it's a little chilly. Oh, there's Greg too. What? It's a little chilly, so my heater's gonna be going. So I apologize for any additional noise you hear from my end. Strange. I don't know. How many does it show watching on your end?
It says 2 watching. Let's see if I refresh. And because there's more than 2. YouTube's been a little weird with it recently. Yeah, it says 2 watching.
Okay.
But then when I click participants, I've got Travis, Greg, Jackie. So it says 2, but I see 3. So, speaking of falling asleep, I passed out. For anyone who was wondering, Greg and anyone else, I passed out last night on Tyler's live. I was there, started chatting with you all, and then I actually just fell asleep with my phone in my hand. We were watching TV, watching Malcolm in the Middle, and I passed out and didn't even see any of it. So I've also got these books just for fun to show. These are not informational really, but rock related books. Oh, there's the Katie. Maybe if Katie did pops in, she'll see this, but that's her book. There's so many beautiful rocks, which I ended up winning off of her channel. And I've got my Utah rocks. And this Random National Park book that I found at a yard sale and bought. Hey, what's up, Nick? But today we're going to focus on these. These are going to be our main source of information along with the internet if people have any questions. Oh, what is that?
You beautiful person, you. Remember I told you I was going to go to the store and grab a couple, and we'll try and break them up.
No, I knew. I was playing dumb.
Oh. I was like, what?
I was playing dumb. Oh, I think actually if I got to point it sideways on the screen, right? You all see it like that? Or is it like that?
But yeah, we're gonna check these out. Because why not? Come with some snazzy, state-of-the-art, best you can possibly get safety goggles. Look at that, pre-curled for you. Let's see, what else do we got?
Okay, cool, Greg. I wasn't sure if it was the same for you guys as it was for me, because for me, yeah, it looks like left, because there's me and there's Tyler, but I wasn't sure if it's actually the same for other people watching.
We got a fancy little magnifying glass to view our finds with. Oh, wow, look at that. Actually, kind of kind of works. Sorry for the trippy visual effects. Get a little little stand. Oh, I forgot. These aren't the little kits that come with. I thought they were going to come with the little wooden hammer and chisel. I was going to sit and try and crack them open with those here at the desk. But let's see. Looks like we've got a Troncus geode here and a Moroccan turd-shaped geode here.
Nice. So people can't wait with the Q&A. You've got 2 questions already. Jackie wants to know about the phosphorescence last night, if it was calcite, and Greg wants to know if you got his message. Not really a Q&A.
I can grab that one from last night. We could take a closer look. I believe that one was just quartz, honestly. But I can grab that. Let me. I just want to get this other one opened up. Curious to see what kind of other kind of geodes we got in here. And for anybody curious, these are just the simple little National Geographic ones. You can find them at Walmart's and Targets right now. Target has them for like $11.95. Before the new year, they were like $14.99, so they've come down in price a little bit, which is nice. Oh Lord, I would not be able to keep that. I would kill it with fire. And let's see. Looks like we got a couple more. I don't know. You know, these might all end up being Moroccan geodes. I'm not 100% certain. They seem a little darker in some of the spots than you would normally see in a Moroccan geode because they're typically just quartz. But we're going to see what happens, and I think I might go and get my little chisel in here.
Jackie, that's horrible. Soak it in bleach. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, Jackie, you need to soak that in bleach. City, Nick. I don't know why I say city. I know your name. I got questions for you about the horses. But favorites? Oh man, I can't even play favorites these days. It's a list of favorites now. It's no 1 or 2. I've got 4 that are at my top right now, which is fire agates, and moss agates, herkimers. I don't know. I want to say opal, but I don't really work a lot of opal. But I'm like just falling in love with all the opal right now. I'm watching a lot of opal stuff and been buying a bunch of different opal and kind of want to work some opal. So yeah, I guess I'll say those. Those are my favorites right now. How about Tyler, who sounds like he's lighting stuff on fire back there?
What? No fire. I'm looking for my.
I keep hearing your heater, and it sounds like.
Oh. I'm looking for a little cold steel chisel. I just had it yesterday, but I don't recall where I set it down. Of course. Calculated things. I had to.
This has always been one of my favorites. Crazy lace. I do like lace agates. Let me get a better one to show you, actually. I've got a better example of crazy lace, other than what's in this book. You'll probably recognize this one too, Nick.
Right.
This is one I've had for a while and shown many times. Let me zoom in on it and show you. It's like writing. Little druzy cave in there. and botryoidal top. It's hard to see, but botryoidal pattern along the top on the rind.
All right. So, there we go, Jackie.
Hey, Karen. How are you doing?
So it does look like we have some calcite today.
Oh, nice.
But this stuff is so strong, I can almost guarantee we'll be able to see it. Just like this, yep.
Wow.
Even
Yep.
It's crazy.
Flower. Yes, like this, Jeff. Let me grab one.
Chloe guy.
So
Oh, sun is shining. Lucky you. It is cold and gloomy and rainy over here. Went to Target earlier and got hailed on.
ooh,
Terrible.
like this kind of flower?
What's up, 775? We do it almost every weekend or every other weekend. I've been sick the past couple weekends, so we haven't done them. Yeah, it is. I believe it's still a beta. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And there's the chisel I was looking for. Trying to think if I have. I think I do. I think I've got a Pokemon play mat for like if you play the card game. It's like a little spongy mat. I want to lay that down on my desk. I don't want to just start smacking them on the wood. Yeah, it's pretty crazy out.
Ooh, look at that green. Or is that yellow or green? Looks green to me.
I do have a play mat out here. Oh, what's up, Nick? I didn't see you sneak in.
Oh yeah, he's been. He was one of the question. You didn't answer it yet. He said, "What's your favorite minerals?" And I listed mine. Now it's your turn. Get on it, man. Get with the program.
Okay, sorry. Hold on.
I'm kidding. Who else is Kyle Self today? Yeah, I don't recall, Jeff. I was in and out all night.
No, it is not an Elmo playmat. It is
Okay.
a Pokemon with Eevee on it. Let's see. No, I wasn't in this sale at that point. Favorite minerals? That is a great question. There are a lot of really awesome minerals out there. I love me some agate. I'm a sucker for agate. Kentucky agate is probably my favorite variation of agate. I do want to peek through their instruction guide on how to crack a geode. When it comes to breaking open a geode and finding a mineral inside, my favorite is botryoidal chalcedony by far. I do enjoy the oddballs. I like finding blue barite and stuff like that. Like I randomly encounter from time to time. What's happening, Zach?
Jackie, is a little tip too. Vinegar is an option if it doesn't have calcite you're worried about damaging. But what happened to me was, oops, this here was a large natural amethyst from, I believe, Georgia. Very light amethyst color, but this big chunk of crystals, and it came along with another rock that was absolutely covered in a mildew and moss that grew while it was in shipping. When the guy packed them and shipped them to me, they were clean and looked like this. He even like had sent me pictures. But during the transport, they got completely encased in fuzzy, moldy moss. I had to like deep disinfect them and soak them in vinegar, and then.
I think I remember that.
I
Oh yeah, Cody.
remember,
Jeff, honestly, not to go on to a Pokemon tangent. A lot
yeah.
of the newer sets right now that you're seeing in stores, they're all pretty hot sets. They're fun sets. And that's totally your discretion. Don't go out of your way. Don't don't miss a bill or something like that if you want to grab some packs for me. I mean, they'll be appreciated. I'll open them up with Paisley, and that's what we normally do. Open packs with her. Actually, coming up soon, while we're on the subject of Pokemon, I'm going to be doing a live stream of. I've done a few in the past, opening up Pokemon packs. I'm going to be doing another one, opening up Pokemon packs. And I know you guys don't know much about Pokemon. Some of you may not. But basically, there's a certain Pokemon tin that came with packs inside of it for a certain set. I won't elaborate much more on that because that's unnecessary. But basically, this certain product had an error variation of this cards, and it's a 25 card set, and I currently have 7 of the 25 in the error variation. So I'm torn between buying just a sealed case, which is 9 tins, or just like buying like loose ones. To see, I want to try and get the rest of those cards in error form. So what do you guys think? Should I just buy one whole case, or should I buy different tins from different places and kind of mix it up? Which would cost more, so I wouldn't be able to have as many tins. If I do it that way, I could probably grab 6, but if I get a case, I can do 9. But I will do a live stream opening those up, and then Heather is going to do. She's going to work on some Harry Potter Legos with me, and we're just going to kind of hang out and just have a fun stream. Oh, don't you? How dare you, Chris? Pokemans. Pokemon is my guilty pleasure. I enjoy collecting it, the cards and memorabilia and stuff like that. And Harry Potter is the wife's. So,
in all seriousness, I've played a handful of the games, and I'm playing one of the games right now on my Switch. I'm not like outside of the world of Pokemon. I played the original with the original cards when I was a kid before they added any. And it's just 150 Pokemon. Then played a tiny bit of Pokemon Go when it first came out, and quickly fell off of that. But yeah, not deep into Pokemon, but I play a little bit here and there. I like the game.
Jeff says I know Pokemon because I see myself in the mirror. That's funny.
Oh, that's a good one.
Too funny.
If Oliver happens to be
lurking, Greg, oh my god. Oh gosh. Yeah, I've got a pretty nice collection. I've got a pretty valuable collection. There's an app called Collector where you can like log individual cards and stuff like that, and it'll value your collection based on like current prices. So it'll move kind of like stock markets, or if you ever used one of those crypto apps, you know how you can see the graph and keeps track and stuff like that. I've probably got maybe 25% of my collection logged, and I think it's currently valued around like $7,000. And I still have, I'd say 50% of what's left of the stuff I have to log is like my higher end collectibles from Pokemon. So I got a decent little collection. Not too bad. I lost my whole original collection in a fire, so I've slowly rebuilt it over the years. But if I had my original collection, woo, man, I'd probably have like 6-figure collection. Not even lying. But anyways, back to Geodes.
Oh, I don't even know what was on. I just was going through. I was actually looking for some of the rocks I might show today, and I ended up finding this bin full of all my cabs that I couldn't find for my live sale that just ended. So I guess
got it. When we're doing. Yeah, I'll send you a link to it, Jackie. If I forget, just remind me. But yeah, it's really cool. Because you can do cards, you can do like single cards, you can do sealed products, you can do like I'm gonna add in like my Pokemon Funko Pops and pretty much anything. And it's not specific. excuse me, it's not specific to Pokemon. So if you're a collector, the app is just called Collector without the O at the end. The symbol for it is like a double C, but there's a lot of stuff. It is more like trading card based, but there's like Magic the Gathering, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z. You can just put your regular Funko Pop collection in there. Whole bunch of different things. Baseball, basketball, that kind of stuff.
New answer for Nick. Dendrites. Dendrites are high on my list of favorites right now. Anything critic.
Let's see. I'm going to scroll through, make sure we didn't miss any other questions.
Yes, that lace. That is a very nice lace. Let me see if I can get a backlight on that.
Jackie, share a picture of that geode, the P geode in Discord, and I'm if it's Moroccan like you think it is, then I think you're good. Just putting it in acid. I don't think you're going to worry about anything because they're like all quartz. I've even dropped some in acid just to kind of see what happened, and nothing really happened. It kind of cleans up a little of the dust on the outside, but that's about it.
So this, it's hard to see, but it's got like 1,000 hidden bands in there and a little bit of, not quite iris effect, but it's got a cool light effect. See
also,
it?
Aaron, sorry I didn't see you sneak in.
But yes, Jeff, that is for sale. I was just unwrapping these, just mostly show off here. I'm not sure. We hadn't really talked. We had talked about it a little bit, but we weren't sure if we were going to ever do live sale stuff during the podcasts here. I think we were kind of back and forth on that, weren't we?
Yeah, Nick, you better watch me when I open those packs because Nick brought me the good luck last time. He called the Charizard. I still have that clip. I need to make it into a short and share it. But he called it. Oh, Travis in the house.
She has no acid.
Travis knows about Pokemon. Travis is a Poke nerd like me. We've traded some cards. He's hooked me up with some pretty cool stuff, actually, too. Some little figurines. I believe those were intended for the kids, but they made their way to my display shelf because the kids destroy things.
We just missed Easter, and here were the Easter eggs. I was trying to find these to list them up for sale before Easter because they're my Easter egg cabs.
Weren't you going crazy looking for those?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I wasn't sure if you heard me. I almost cut you off, sorry. But yeah, I was like going nuts looking for all these cabs, and I couldn't find them all for my live sale, and I just found them right before, like while we were live just now.
Oh, man, that's awesome. At least you found them. That's how it always happens. The thing you're looking for, you don't find it when you need it, but you find it at the most random time. I love those moments because the satisfaction of actually like finally finding it, but the initial frustration of losing it is terrible. You hiding a little dop wax back there?
The blue is for the price tag. It's the blue tag.
It's like, what in the world's going on inside of there? Oh, wow.
Here's the other one without any price tag or anything on it. You can just see that plume, it's wild in the UV.
Oh, wow.
Got banding, plumage. Ugh, that's Graveyard Point at its finest.
And just a quick reminder to anybody that's joining in, this is a Q&A, so if there's any questions you have, just toss them out.
Yeah, we're just hanging out, chatting.
We'll answer them to the best of our ability.
This is to, again, answer Nick's question for a sixth time, one of my favorites.
Now, if the question was like pick one, that'd be difficult.
It's just so hard. I can tell you what's not my favorite, and that's Turritella, because it is stanky.
Oh my gosh, I despise it. I despise it. Look at this. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh yeah, I've got quite a few slabs of it still, but labels, Chris, labels. Yes. I know, I'm gonna start working on labels for stuff.
I started one. I started this years ago, well over a year ago, and it
I remember
is
that.
in my drawer ever since because I refuse to work with this nasty, disgusting, smelly material. It is pretty, but it is disgusting.
I remember that because we got it at the same time from Robin.
Yep. And I think we both had that realization like within a couple days of each other.
But
Like, oh dear Lord,
I just put on the respirator and went to town with it. Finished it.
Nope.
Some obsidian.
Well, look what I just found hiding in my drawer. It's a pretty little piece.
Very nice.
What's up, everybody rocks?
Hey, everybody rocks.
Oh, baby.
You recognize this one?
Oh no, is this on my? Oh my gosh! I have been looking for this darn fire agate for so long, and it was hiding in here. Are you kidding me? This is the fire agate I got from Lisa, from Lapidary Dave.
Oh, yeah. You found it, finally.
Jeez Louise. I just need like 2 days in the garage straight. I'll sleep on my reclining chair, and I just need uninterrupted to just get all this crap sorted. Greg, your question.
Hey, I need to look at chat.
Oh man, that. Okay, Tyler, how many bags of all dress do you want? How many do I want? I mean, the question is, how many can you bring? Oh man, whatever you got space for. I know last time it got a little cramped with everything you were bringing, but I mean, whatever snacks you decide to bring. The kids loved all those other candies and stuff. Heather loved all the snacks and everything that was brought was great. Those little barbecue stick things, whatever those things were awesome. Did Jackie ask if she can come clean my garage? Oh goodness.
Oh, I'm so happy I found all these.
I'm with my ADHD, it's hard to get excited to like do things, like, so it's the hickory sticks. That's what they are. So I struggle a lot with that. Like even with regular daily chores and stuff like that, sometimes I slack. Sometimes it's really bad. But I'm actually like really excited to get in here and clean because we've been kind of doing a lot of organizing and stuff inside the house. Which actually, hold on, let me peek outside and see if it's still raining or not. And you got some sunshine right now.
So look at the micro, while Tyler's doing that, look at the micro kind of swirly, plumy design in here. Let me see if I can get a black light on it. This is what I got a whole bucket of this. This is Utah. Ooh. No, this one doesn't UV. Just kidding. Got a little echo there from Tyler for a sec, but
yeah, that's my bad.
No, all good.
Yeah. Okay, it's gloomy on my Zoom. I am zoomed in. Woo! Almost showed a street sign. They're gonna find out where I live. But I did some gardening this week. Kind of redid this front area.
Oh, which one, Jeff? Which was pretty? The moss? This is Beacon Hill. This is a Beacon Hill agate.
So part-time landscaper, y'all.
Or did you mean the goldstone? Goldstone's not my favorite. But Ooh, why is the quality so bad on my screen right now? What? Okay, there we go. It's 1080. Good, good.
Well, thank you. Oh, you guys saw a little bit of my disorganized in here. It's kind of crazy out here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I've got a whole big bin full of like nicer, like more than 50% hollow outdoor geodes that once I get in here and start cleaning, I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna get some really nice ones to set in there. Probably put some of my bigger nice ones in there. I'm debating on doing it because we're gonna get a couple Ring cameras and get some like outdoor surveillance because it's getting spicy out here. But I get so nervous because I'm on the south side of Chicago, so nice things normally disappear. And I would not be surprised if some hoodlum just came and picked up a big rock that was full of crystals, thinking it was worth thousands of dollars, you know? So I'm really weary on putting things outside. Yeah, goldstone is man-made.
That is not the way I type.
I'm going to be honest about it, in my personal opinion, but it's man-made garbage. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I got a bunch of it, and so I worked it to sell it. I'm not a huge fan, but weirdly, when I typed it, somehow I clicked over, but I put in parentheses the obsidian at the very end, but it put is man obsidian made sparkle. I accidentally clicked over.
Now, when I get down to Kentucky, I'm gonna go crazy with it. I already told Heather I'm gonna build a shed if we don't find a property with the shed already, and I'm gonna build a wall of geodes around the shed. I'm just gonna cement them in, and it's just gonna be my little geode dungeon. I don't know what it's going to do as far as making it really cold in winter and really hot in summertime, but hopefully the channel will be bigger and I'll be at a point where I can spend a little big boy money on making sure it's nice and cool in there. But I got some real goldstone, some genuine chalcedony that's got little flakes and flecks of pyrite inside of it. This is a slice I took out of a Kentucky geode, and look inside of that black chalcedony there. All that pyrite. Pretty cool.
I have some of the blue goldstone as well that everyone keeps mentioning. I've sold most of my blue goldstone, but here is some actual Colorado gold ore. So here's some real gold in stone. Let me show you.
I still need some real gold. I want to get some like crystalline gold. I don't know who he is, but this new guy keeps popping up on my shorts feed, and man, he finds some crazy things. He'll go find big chunks of quartz, and I need to find out what he's doing to melt that quartz out of there. But he puts it in some solution that gets sort of the quartz, and it leaves behind the host rock and the gold. And I'm like, this is just nuts. It's so beautiful.
This one's all ore. This one needs to be crushed up. This one doesn't have visible gold. One piece that I have has a little piece of visible gold on it. I gotta dig it out of here.
Oh yeah, money, big money for that crystalline gold. That's why I probably won't ever get a piece to add to my collection until maybe I get to like crystal collector size as a channel, and I can go around and travel places and find some, or trade with somebody that's dope. But hydrofluoric. Oh, okay. That's not the kind you can just go to Menards and buy, though. I worry about being investigated if I like order some crazy acid online.
Where's my microphone? I dropped it. Okay. So this is here's some fool's gold in the ore. Definitely not gold.
My zip code's on a list of restricted zip codes for it. Oh gosh.
Anyway, I need to dig through this or crush it up in an ore crusher and pan it out. But I've got some gold ore here. Somewhere there's like a little piece of visible gold on it that I found.
By the camera, I got it. Hey, yeah. trying to crack one of these here geodes open.
That's all.
Flags permanently put on a no-fly list. All right, which one do we start with? Let's start with the weird-looking one. I feel like that's going to give us the most trouble.
Yeah, and I'll get into what I was going to do today, which is, while he's cracking the geodes, I was going to try and do this little crystal turtle. Just going to scour your line there with the chisel. But first I'm going to look for that blue goldstone just to show it off.
You know what? Yeah. Try and do this in a way where everybody can see, you know? Might be a good idea. Move my out of the way. They don't think some concert crap. There we go. Now you can see. I'm sorry, Evie. It's a good thing I have like 3 of these mats, and the other one that's out here for rock stuff.
Just kidding. Just sold all the blue goldstone, I think. Might have some color. This is one of the pieces of goldstone I have. But I'm going to show off the blue. But yeah, I think it's gold in recent lives. Tyler's got to find whoever's still selling Kool-Aid cups out of the porch. They'll have some. Oh, I missed that. That's great. Nick, I've been a rock hound my whole life. My dad would take me as a little kid. I went geode hunting as a child is one of my first memories, like probably 5 or 6 years old. Yep, the Dinosaur National Park and Dinosaur, Colorado, and took us to see like giant fossils and stuff. So just been into it like my whole life.
My neighbor across the street is out like getting his boat ready to go out and stuff. How are you on the south side of Chicago when you got a boat? I may have to move this to the ground.
For anyone wondering, this picture was stashed inside that book because I took this book to school, and that picture was a gift for someone, but I forgot to give it to them. Yeah, well, we should start doing a thing where we like open a random page and talk about what happens. Oh, look, gold. Would you look at that?
Would you just look at it?
The random page was gold. There's some silver. Crazy silver. What is the first gem, rock, or crystal y'all remember falling in love with, says Everybody Rocks. For me, that would be geodes because, again, geodes were the first thing I went and got a couple times in Utah growing up as a kid.
We got it.
Still got one of them here.
Very good question. I agree.
This was a geode I collected probably over 20 years ago.
Answer Nick's question. Quit messing around. What? How did you both get into rock hunting? Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. I was whacking a geode.
Yeah, I was going to let you finish that and then point it out to you.
Oh, here. Do a quick little review. And this croissant is solid. Definitely 100% Moroccan. You can see there is barely a crust to this. And it is just solid quartz there.
What if you try and break that bigger chunk again? There might be a little pocket in there.
Challenge accepted.
I found my hydro. I would not have found that
okay.
cracked again.
He was right. Look at that.
Oh, called it.
Right there. You see it? Hold on. I got to back up a little bit. That's too close. See it right there? And honestly, for me, if unless you're still talking about your first rock found.
Yeah, just to answer that question, it is. So I know it looks like a thunder egg, and that's what's wild. It has the characteristics of a thunder egg. but it also is a Dugway geode. There's a chance it's solid, but this is from Dugway, Utah. And if anyone knows, the Dugways both tend to be, they can be both geodes or thunder eggs. But it's got a little brain botryoidal mass on there. While Tyler talks, I'm going to go check on my dog who's hacking up alone.
Oh boy, have fun with that. Kind of straighten out a little bit. It bugs me. For me, first I'm going to answer Chris's question because there was a few comments before. But it kind of goes hand in hand. Honestly, for me, it's the first rock I picked up. I mean, the first rock that I remember picking up, and that's the whole moment. I can replay it in my head. I had already been collecting rocks for a little while, but I think when I was younger, I grew up on the west side of Chicago. I grew up in the city of Chicago. I grew up in Humboldt Park and then Belmont Cragen. So there wasn't a lot. It was a lot of landscape rocks and stuff like that. So I would pick up and collect anything I really, really could find. But it was a lot of that really like chalky white quartz stuff. But then I was between the ages of 9 and 12, and I was up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, and I actually found a geode in some rocks by the Fox River, right by the Carpentersville Dam, if anybody's familiar with that area. So that was my first time finding a geode, and then I was absolutely hooked on geodes. And then I started looking into rock counting, and that's when I really started learning the hobby, looking up different information. Before it was like, oh cool, this is a rock, but after that geode it was like, all right, I wonder what this rock is, where did this rock come from, where can I find rocks like it, and that kind of stuff. And then it just kind of spiraled from there. And at the same time too, I had also found a crinoid stem fossil on the same river, just a little bit further up the river. And I did not know what it was. And it was really, really weird because it was a crinoid that had, it had the normal stem, but it also had another side stem sticking out of it, but that was broken off. But you could see one defined circle on the side of it. So it took me all summer. I was a kid. I think I was like eight at the time, 8 or 9, and it took me all summer to identify what it was. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that too, and that all happened within a couple summers of each other, and then I was just hooked from there.
Yeah. So for me, it was not only the Dugway geodes that I collected as a child, but right by Dugway is Topaz Mountain in Utah. And we went out there once when I was a child. These are not from then. These are not ones that I collected. These were actually gifted to me. But topaz was one of my other early favorites that I fell in love with. Was a nice topaz crystal. It is my birthstone, and that's why I was like, "Oh, it's my birthstone, cool!" And then I found out it looked really awesome and can have some wild colors. So, some nice topaz that I have.
Sorry.
Not as cool as Tyler's story, I know.
And there was actually another fun rock counting story. Sorry, kind of checking on comments too. Tyler, did you watch the last Gemstones live? That guy sliced the freaking geodes with his Betsy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you a clip of that. He has a crazy technique to get the cleanest break on geodes, like time after time again. It's wild.
I'll definitely have to check it out.
It's all the speed and tension you do with Betsy. You gotta set the tension just right, and you gotta crack it fast. Like, don't do a slow, pressured break. If I recall right, it's something like that. I'll have to show you.
Sweet.
It was a good stream. He's cracked thousands and thousands of geodes. He's one of the OGs.
Sweet.
He used to be on like the. You remember like the people who did the QVC selling jewelry channel stuff on like infomercials?
Yeah.
He worked with like those people and stuff too.
Cool.
Doing that stuff for years.
Cool. There was another time when I was junior high, and I'd gone to my then girlfriend's aunt's house, and it was up like way up north, in a suburb I had never been to, and it was off of the same river, the Fox River, but it was another part of it I'd never seen. So of course I went. We went out there. We drove over the river, and we were like 2 blocks away. I was like, I want to go check out that river. I want to see what rocks are over there and stuff like that. And it was a popular area because there was how do I show? So say this is the main shore, and then this right here is the river. There was a little strip of land right out here, and this area in between was very rapid, quick moving water. So there was a lot of kayakers that would like to go there, and they would just do a little bit of whitewater rafting type stuff. So the city decided that instead of just letting these rafters go and try and make it out there and go back and forth between to make it safer, they built a bridge to go up and over and be able to walk down. And when they went and did that, they tore out the big middle section of this, and all those rocks they tore out, they dumped over here on the banks. So I was checking in these rocks, and I found probably, honestly, if I had to put like a weight to it, there was probably close to 5,000 pounds of just giant slabs of limestone with ridiculous oysters and bryozoan fossils and stuff in it. So I packed up as much as I could, and I still have some with me. I'll go dig a piece out, but that was a lot of fun because those weren't known to be found in that area. So I actually took them to a place in the northern suburbs of Chicago called Dave's Down to Earth Rock Shop, and I took it to them, and they had never seen them before, and they actually contacted like the local university or something like that, and they sent out a little like geological team to go out there and do a dig. And I believe they told me that they were going to, I haven't been back there in a very long time to see, but they said that they were going to add a little snippet about it in their museum, because like you go on the first floor and it's like a rock shop, and then the basement is a museum on like local rocks they found and stuff like that. So they were supposed to add a whole little exhibit with the things that they found and collected and all the information they gathered, but that was really cool. So that kind of re-sparked the rock hounding bug when I was in high school, or getting into high school. I'm gonna let Chris do his thing, and I'm gonna go grab one of those fossil plates and show you guys.
I don't recall, Greg. Oh, here's a shame. Okay, Travis, I'm so sorry. Oh, this turtle is the saddest thing ever. Is Travis still here? He hasn't chatted for a while. It doesn't say he is, but he might be lurking. But are you ready to see this turtle? I'm afraid to turn it around. Oh my gosh. There. This is our turtle. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Looks nothing like it. What is that?
He's got little legs.
What is that? What is?
I'm dying, man. It's like it's so special.
Like, what is this? What is this Wish off-brand version? Somebody reused the box.
This is not this. Damn, I don't, almost looks more like, I don't even want to say a polar bear, but like, ooh,
Oh, I'm dead.
oh, it hurts. Okay.
Wait, didn't you get 2 of those things? What was the other animal one that you got?
Oh man, I got 3 of them.
I want to see the other ones now.
Oh, you know they're gonna be bad.
Oh god.
It's a hedgehog and a pufferfish.
Oh man, I can't wait to see those. You don't have to open them now.
Oh, I am. Everyone here will get a little preview of that.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's look at our pufferfish. Oh, he's got puffy spines, I guess.
What is that?
Oh man.
Oh, man.
So
Hedgehog.
that's actually the best. He's not too bad. He looks like a little rat. He's at least got a little nose.
Oh my goodness. The turtle was the best though.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, geez.
To be fair, I totally knew they would not be as advertised because they were $1.
Oh, that's right. They were only $1.
These are $1. $1 at the dollar store.
Oh Lord.
Not only that, okay, so get this. They're not even like the cool crystals that take days to grow. I was just sitting here reading the instructions, and here's the instructions. And it's so basic. It doesn't tell you the size of container. It just says, find a container in your kitchen that has a lid. Remove the lid and put a full bag of crystal powder inside. Get an adult to boil 1 cup of water. Oh, I guess I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Pour the hot water into the container with crystal powder. Be sure to leave at least half of an inch of space at the top of the container. Does it mean a half inch of space of air or a half inch space of liquid above this? Does it want a half inch of liquid above this? Like what size container? Like that's not very specific. But then it just says place the nose touching the edge of the container so that there's enough room for the crystals to grow or whatever. Like, so you have to boil the water, stir in the crystal powder, and then let it cool for a few hours to room temperature. Then place this guy in the solution and then put it in your refrigerator for 6 to 12 hours. And after 12 hours, the crystals will have finished growing. So I guess we're going to do this overnight. And then I can show off the results tomorrow in a short, and I guess we'll see. I don't even know if the crystals will last until next week. When we do the next podcast, we'll see. They might like break down and degrade by then. I have no idea. Oh, that was fun. That was a good laugh. That's what I needed.
So here we go. These are the some of them. The bigger ones are tucked away. So we've got a little bit of crinoid action going on.
This is the seed for the crystals. So you put this in there to make so the crystals will grow on this as a seed.
Okay, I was gonna ask if there was a seed. It's like,
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have a whole turtle just covered in
Yeah, so we've got a crystal seed in there. Oh, probably quartz, calcite, salt, something. I don't know what they make them with. It's actually really soft and falling apart. It's probably calcium.
It's gonna look like the turtle from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Remember the old live action movies or the baby?
Yeah.
This one's really, really nice.
Yeah, of what I ordered versus what I got short. Yeah, definitely. That's nice. That's a good imprint.
Yep, not too shabby. So I've lugged those around with me for, well over a decade now.
Oh,
You're gonna Bowser. Oh, that was a good laugh. We're gonna have to go back and clip that. I think that'd be pretty funny. Both of us just dying.
Yeah, the opening of that was. I was just so derpy. I did not expect that. Where's Travis?
Jeff. Thank you, Greg.
I was so excited to show Travis the turtle. Now he's going to see that clip and just be like, what? So this will hold a cup of water, and probably still have probably a cup of water to like here or something in half an inch. Although I'm thinking I should get a smaller container that's taller. Oh, there's Travis. Did you miss it? I did the unboxing of the turtle to grow our super sweet turtle crystals. Nerd, nerd.
Oh no, here we go again.
So yeah. Let me go look for a different container.
So look, I'm just kind of reading through this little pamphlet they give you.
I'm gonna mute this real quick and go look for something else to put this in. The sock method. Oh yeah. Oh man.
So look at this.
I hate this method.
This bugs me a little bit. This picture right here and this little yellow thing like just draws your attention to here. Okay, so this I thought this correlated with this, and then it says second word, some sedimentary geodes. Okay, why on earth are sedimentary geodes fact being grouped together with a photo of a lava flow? Those are
that is not
opposite.
sedimentary, my friend.
And then it even talks about they're formed in ancient seas. Like there's water in this picture. You're insinuating that sedimentary geodes are going to form in this specific scenario. No, you're going to get igneous geodes.
Let's go back to school and let's talk about sedimentary.
Oh, dear Lord, baby.
Versus igneous, and let's teach these people a lesson.
Why are concretions and subterraneans mentioned in here? Talk about thunder eggs there. Why would you talk about concretions and subterraneans?
Yeah.
Like you got geodes and nodules here. That's the perfect spot to talk about thunder eggs because a thunder egg isn't a geode or a nodule. Or can be, but you know. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, this one's probably going to glow because of all that fake dye that they added to it. That's why. That's why that's a fluorescent geode. National Geographic. Frustrating. Get out of here. Where's the other one? This other one out of here. Hiya! Nonsense. And the burp, right? What is going on? Not written by rockhounds. Not at all.
So I can't imagine it.
Get big enough, and I'm gonna figure everything out, and I'm gonna start making my own box sets like that, and I'm gonna get contracts and sell them with stores and get some real information out there. All right, let's talk about geodes. Let's whack and crack another one, huh?
I think
this light should be easier.
You're making me want to crack one. I've got hammer, chisel, and a geode to break here.
Do it. Yeah. One more. Oh, you tricked me.
Big chisel, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this on the floor and just show you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna break my lamp. Oh no! Commander.
That's a massive chisel. We need to do a smaller chipping chisel.
This is the only one I've got handy right now.
No, I was saying when you get you one if you don't have one.
Oh yeah, I gotta get one.
Yeah, I've got like 6 kinds of chisels. You'll need them in Herkimer too, although I've got a few. When you and Greg come out, we'll have a fair bit of tools.
I'm bringing my pickaxe.
And other people there will let you use tools too a lot. The pickaxe is mostly just going to be used for prying. There's no...
Right. Remember that last time you went there and you left the spot because you couldn't get into it?
Yeah.
And then the big ones? Yeah, that ain't happening when I'm there.
I went back and saw that the turtle moment. That's great. The turtle reveal.
No, I have a feeling these are all going to be stinking Moroccan geodes. Are you kidding? But at least this one's hollow. Ta-da! I will say, very pretty quartz, but that's all you're going to find in a Moroccan geode. If you want some variety, if you like to have the secondary growths, if you want to have, say, chalcedony geode, you ain't going to get it in a Moroccan one. Still pretty. Will be very UV reactive as well.
Nice.
All right. You want to get these other guys whacked and cracked open too. This big one feels nice and hollow. I think this big one I'm going to go over. I'm going to use Betsy. This one, though, I think is going to be solid, so I'm going to have some fun. Release some demons and whack it with the hammer and chisel.
The container is like exactly a cup of water. So maybe I will try this one instead.
Little bitty cavity. All right, let me go. Betsy real quick.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna do this square. I'm over in my kitchen getting ready to boil this water. I don't know. Some days I can be classified as an adult. Some days. All right, Jeff. Oh, I thought you said you're gonna have to leave. You're gonna have to go out and get a couple and try cracking them with a hammer and screwdriver. Yeah. A thick screwdriver, or if you have any sort of chisel or wedge. I mean, there's all sorts of chisels. Look over here in my closet while my water's boiling. This is why you need adult supervision. I'm not watching my.
All right, and Betsy was nice to us. She treated us well.
Yeah, or my chisels are. Just kidding. No. Not at the moment.
Really.
Whitney's actually not home. She left. She went to the store. So no, I'm home alone. Oh no. Wait, I missed it. Oh, I can look on the other screen. I see it. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a good one. Oh, it's got some thick, chunky crystals on the left side there. Nice.
Oh yeah, look at that calcite rind glowing.
Yep, those sugar geodes. You know what's funny? Going around the gem show, I didn't show them in the video, but there was some people selling those anywhere from like $1 to other people selling them for like $10. And like for tiny ones, I was like, wait, you're selling the tiny sugar geodes for $10? And then I saw one guy selling one that was not much bigger than the one you just had in your hand for like $20. And I was like, nope. I don't know, you can buy those in bulk. I think it's funny they're in those kits, but if you find the bulk sellers and like the gem suppliers of those Mexican little sugar geodes, or you said they're Moroccan? No, did I lose you? Is my mic on? Yeah. Tyler, step away. Or am I lagging? Maybe Tyler's muted, but those little sugar geodes, I know, can be really cheap. Okay, the water's coming to a boil. Now, here's the scary part. I have no idea if this container doesn't say whether or not it can handle hot boiling water, so we're going to test it. This cheap dollar store container, so I don't care. Seems okay. We're mixing the crystal goo. I don't know where Tyler's at. What happened, Tyler? Tyler down. All right, I'm back. Everyone can hear me, right? Okay, yeah, you said yes, Moroccan sugar geodes. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Tyler just disappeared. Cool. Oh, ready to go on a tour? My kitchen. Okay, I think I mentioned this before, but how weird. They put a washer dryer in our kitchen. Like that's for clothing, but it's a combo washing machine and dryer in one. Just set it and forget it.
Okay.
So guys, just talking smack on your geodes while you're gone.
Oh yeah. Good. Stupid rocket geodes.
All right, let me read the instructions one more time because I'm gonna not want to screw this up and make sure it said.
I'm in love with the crystals. I make it on a turtle.
Okay, it says stir in the boiling water and allow time to cool to room temperature. It's so blue. Yeah, Greg, basically it's small kitchen, we hand wash our dishes, which is fine. I actually like hand washing my dishes. I feel like dishwashers waste a lot of water.
Oh goodness! I just read Jackie's comment. Tyler's probably trying on the safety glasses.
Oh yeah.
No, Paisley was at the door. She finished her chores. She was asking if she could play on her computer for a little while.
So now I think the reason you have to get this boiling and not just hot into a simmer, and they want it actually boiling when you add this, is as you all know, with chemical reactions, temperatures matter a lot. And exact temperatures, to start and maybe even activate the crystals, whether it's even just sugar or salt, can be very temperature dependent. Such as like with bismuth, you're making your own bismuth, you got to get it hot enough. Or there's a few things when you're working with it's like exact temperatures or candy. Anyone who's made their own candy,
Oh my goodness!
candy is very get it exactly right sometimes. I've actually done a bit of candy making where you make gummy candies or hard candies.
Hard candies yet, but I've done the gummies.
Oh wait, is this? Oh, this is the wrong one. I was gonna say I've got one thermometer that's got cheats on it that I use for my candy. Is it this one? Oh yeah, candy here. So it's got the cheats on it for candy: syrup, fudge, soft ball, firm ball, hard ball, soft crack, hard crack. Yeah. But I've done a little bit of my own candy making and making some gummies and hard candies. The hardest thing I ever did was making a chewy centered, or kind of a gooey centered hard candy. That was a recipe I found online. You just have to follow these steps like very exactly, and in the end you get these like marbles, kind of like big gobstopper marbles, and the inside is syrupy gooey candy, but the outside is a hard candy.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Always yes. I did it for fun. Just at first, I was watching weird shows and some of those baking shows, and they made it look so easy to make your own candy at home on like the cooking channels. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to look into that to make my own. All right. What questions have we missed? Any Q&A questions that anyone can recall that we have not both answered or anything?
I think we're good. Yeah, it can be intense.
Just put in the butter and make mac and cheese. Jackie.
Oh no, I made butter and I made steaks with sautéed onions and mushrooms one night. Oh, it was
I mean,
heavenly.
science, yeah. I mean, chemical science, yeah. Greg, it's been so nasty here. Let me just give y'all a preview. Oh, look at our Figly. Our big old fig tree named Figly.
Dang.
He's healthy. But it's been gross out here. It's raining. Raining. It's nasty. Hi, Goosey. That's Goosely. Goosely the
Greg,
goose. Figly the
Greg,
fig tree.
that question. You know I don't have signal in the creeks. I hardly had signal at Hardin Ridge.
Yes, I moved most of the stuff
Live
people like.
stream to a wrong angle, then internet sleuths are gonna find out where I hunt at, and then it's gonna get destroyed. No excuses. Oh man, dude, I get so many emails all the time. Can you send me exact GPS coordinations? I would love to take my kid there. Why is it everybody says they're gonna take the kid there? And I look into some of the people and I look at their Facebook profiles. And some of these people saying I want to take my kid there don't even have a kid. Like, how you got a Facebook profile and there's no photos of your child in any profile pictures or anything? Get out of here. If you could pick any place to rock hound, where would it be?
Ooh. Oh, that sucks, Jeff. Started pouring on him. Well, I've really been actually wanting to go to a few places. Most of them are down towards like Arkansas. I wouldn't mind going to like Haunted Ridge or the Arkansas Diamond Mine or the Arkansas, what's it called? Graves Hill and or the Quartz Mines, and then wherever Haunted Ridge is, which is not Arkansas, right? Where's
No, that's Missouri.
Missouri? Yeah. Um,
I don't know.
Everybody Rocks says top of Topaz Mountain. I mean, I will actually be at Topaz Mountain again within the next couple of years. You guys, that is a promise on my channel. The next 2 to 3 years, I'll be out at Topaz Mountain somewhere in that time. Just because Utah's my home place, and I'll definitely be back there. But last time, no one wanted to go with me. I was in Utah last year and tried to go to Topaz Mountain, but no one would join me, and I was not going to go out alone.
Yeah, if we could leave Earth, I would want to go rock hound on the dark side of the moon so I could secretly take pictures of the secret bases.
I watched a documentary about that. I'm kidding. It's a joke mockumentary. Not even mockumentary. It's a really silly movie called Iron Sky, and it's about how Nazis live on the dark side of the moon. It's such a stupid, silly movie. It's ridiculous. If anyone's seen Iron Sky, so dumb.
But if I had to pick a genuine answer, man, I don't know. That's difficult. I think I would love to be able to go into the petrified forest and be allowed to collect there. It's a tie between the petrified forest, the old shut down Illinois fluorite mines, or I want to go and I want to dig some. I really want to dig amethyst, like in the Carolinas, because man, that's what really got me going on watching YouTube rock hounding. Because I didn't do that a whole lot, and I started seeing crystal collectors videos on Facebook, and then I went over to YouTube, and then I found like Agatad and a couple other people. But man, I love the videos of him going and pulling out those massive crystal points of amethyst and stuff like that. What is it? I think it's Purple Heart Mine or something like that. Man, I want to go and find, just even if it's not amethyst, just I I can't swear. I want a big old crystal point. That's what I want. And I want it to be one that I collected myself and not one I spent like $1,000 on, you know.
Yeah, I only watched the first one, not the second one. I do know of it, but I never got around to watching the second one. I probably will eventually, as so that movie was over the top.
Oh, Purple Heart Mine is on my. That's the one that's in the Carolinas, right? What is it, North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think once we make the move to Kentucky, I think that's gonna be one of the first places I try and get to, because I'm thinking once we get down there, it's gonna be obviously a heck of a lot closer than here on the south side of Chicago. But
Yeah. I've got
I'm excited to get down there and look up and see what's around, like within like that 8-hour round trip, like my normal that I would drive to go and find geodes, because Kentucky, the geodes are going to be in my backyard, but I'm used to going and doing those long day trips, just banging it out and doing, going to a spot. So I'll be curious to see what's in the 4-hour time range around Kentucky when I get down there. And I'm trying to refrain from looking that up before I get down there. Because then if I get like super excited, then it's just going to make me even more upset that we're still stuck in Chicago. So
yeah.
wait a little.
This summer before we move, I'm definitely going up somewhere like Maine. As was just mentioned, I did want to go look for some of the Maine amethyst, as well as some garnets up that way. There's a few things on my list between Maine, Connecticut, upper state New York, and those areas. I might even have to go spend a few weekends camping out there.
Right, do it.
Definitely. Well, unfortunately, I don't get to show any more of the crystal thing because it's got to cool for like 2 hours. It says like a few hours to be room temperature before I add this guy in. So let's see. Pour hot water, powder.
He was Graves. Yeah, he was at Graves Mountain. Oh, does he, Jeff? I'm actually where we're looking to move is actually his neighborhood. Mike's a good buddy of mine. So we're looking in like Berea, Stanford area. But I want land. I want a good amount of land. I want a homestead, which that's going to be another thing I don't know. We'll see where my channel's at as far as size wise when we finally do make the move down to Kentucky. If we're not too big, like if we're not pushing like 20K or something like that, I might add homesteading to the channel and, kind of do it here. Otherwise, I might start up a separate channel and show some of the homesteading stuff. But, we're planning on keeping quail. We're going to, have crops in a garden and try and live sustainably and just kind of have our own stuff. I mean, we're doing our own like mini homestead. I've talked about it a couple times, here, but I've got like a couple of types of tomatoes, onions, potatoes, carrots, a lot of different things that we're going to be growing here. Which I'm going to be, I don't know, I might record it. I might make a video and just save it and share it, whenever, if I ever like have a week where I don't have something put together. But I'm going to build a big 6x9 by a 2-foot garden out in my yard too. So I might make a video of that whole process. I'm just going to be using scrap wood from pallets and stuff like that. So trying to do it affordably.
No, Jackie, the turtle was there, and right as I went to grab for it, I looked over and started reading the chat, and I was looking at the chat and kind of blindly grabbing over there, and realized I like completely missed it. Like, where is it?
I noticed that too. It did kind of look like you were trying to pick up a little chunk of whatever crystal in the top left.
It was like my peripheral. I went to grab the turtle and like grabbed at the rock.
Oh, what's up, Lapidary Dave in the house? How you doing, buddy?
Oh wow! Hey, what's up, Dave? Look at it. Hey, we got Lapidary Dave here. Could actually say hello.
In my current garden, I've got a dozen different types of hot peppers that I'm growing. I've got Carolina Reapers, the ghost peppers. I've got sweet cherry peppers, like 2 or 3 different types of habaneros, 2 different types of chilies, cayennes, poblanos, pasillos, a whole bunch.
No, but do you want to see some rocks, Jackie?
I'm going to have a stacked garden this year. I'm excited for it.
We can look at some rocks.
We've already put a good amount of time and money into it. I think after this week, I'll be safe. I think we're finally getting to the last frost. For my other green thumb folks that are in Illinois and stuff that I've talked to, everybody seems to be planning to move their stuff outdoors end of next week. So I think that's the goal, is to have that whole big garden box built by then. And then we get to decorate around it. I don't mind putting some of my nice geodes around that, because then somebody has to physically come onto my property to try and take that. And then if I catch them doing that, then I get to have some fun.
Well, real quick, just to put out there, we were just doing a little Q&A, Dave. So I know you know a bunch of people in the chat right now, but yeah, we were just doing a little live Q&A today. Not even showing off anything in particular other than Tyler cracked some geodes. I started a silly little grow your own crystal kit today for fun. And I was opening up some cabs that I had in storage. But yeah, we were just like answering people's questions, kind of hanging out. We're doing this weekly, or sometimes every other week, little Lapidary Lounge live. Just, yeah, inspired by all the other channels doing the podcast and everything, but we want to do it live so we can just chat with people while we're doing it. Hey, there's my mom in the house too. Hello, Mom.
Woo, Mama C. What up? Greg, to answer your question, the Dallin Kraken video, weather permitting, will be out Thursday. I plan to just do the same thing like I did before. Just grab my phone, set up my tripod, and let it go while we kind of crack them and do some editing along the way. So if the weather forecast stays the way it is currently, we should be good to get out there, I think, on Tuesday, which will give me the rest of Tuesday and Wednesday to get it edited and up and stuff like that. If not, then Thursday we might go live and just do a bonus geode cracking episode, and do the Dallin video next week. But I've got all intentions of getting it done this week. Like I said, I also have that big yard project to get done this week too, so I can get these plants out. I've got we're growing snap peas too, and oh my goodness, those plants are growing so stinking fast. They're already, I've got some that are just like poking out, just germinated, and they're just like not even opened up with their like double set of leaves yet. And the peas, the snap peas, the stalks of them are already like 10 inches tall. So
wow.
We got it out. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of me going and harvesting the geodes that I planted the last couple of years, Squirrel.
We got to get all those plants that he spent so long putting in the river.
Nice. Dude, Travis, I've got some extra Carolina Reaper pepper seeds and some other hot pepper seeds if you're interested.
Maybe when I move to Cali, we'll see what kind of situation I've got. I might need some pepper seeds. Although, actually, I can probably always pick some up.
Oh, dude, I accidentally ordered 2. It was like it was a kit that came with 13, and I only wanted like 4 or 5 from that, and I ordered a couple other kits, and one of them I doubled up on, so I've got one that's still like completely sealed with like 13.
Nice.
So
I'm looking aside because I'm reading chat on my computer. It's easier because it disappears on the phone. I can scroll easier on the computer.
No. And then what I plan to do is I'm going to save at least one pepper from each plant, and let them kind of go and do their thing and stay on the stalk, and then I'll be able to harvest the seeds from those.
Hey, Squirrel.
This is the time I plan to actually use seeds, like store-bought seeds, and then next season and stuff like that, hopefully be able to just harvest some seeds from this crop. Oh, we also found, we went to Home Depot and we were getting like some of the landscape things, and I found a freaking blueberry bush and a raspberry bush. So I grabbed one of each of those too. So hopefully get some berries. Heather's already got she started a strawberry patch too.
Ooh, yummy.
There's crazy.
What kind?
stuff. Once I get everything set up, I'm gonna make a short and like walk around the yard and show everything because there's gonna be a lot of stuff out there.
What kind of strawberries do you know?
What were they called?
There's so many good ones.
They were called Sweet Something.
Late to getting to dinner. Yeah, there's a few breeds I like that are sweet this and sweet that. Dave, mostly Squirrel and Dave, if you're still here and you missed it. So something I was doing today while Tyler was cracking the geodes, we're doing these little crystal growing sets I bought for $1. And this is the turtle that's advertised on the front.
Front, sides, top. Every inch of that box says that.
10 pictures of this turtle just so they can be like everywhere but the bottom, like, look at the turtle, look at the turtle, look at this turtle, it's so cool.
Oh, really, Jackie? Good to know. I'm planning to keep it. I'm going to keep it in a big pot, because when we get down to Kentucky, one thing I plan to do is to have a good amount of blackberries, blueberries, and raspberry bushes. So I plan to take them down there once I do that. But I will keep that in mind.
Just show off some rocks. I don't know what else to do now. Now I'm just waiting for my crystal water to cool. We mixed that up, and now we just got to wait for it to cool for a few hours.
What time is it? Let's see.
We've been live 87 minutes. We're at about our usual time. We usually do about 90 minutes.
Okay, so it's what about?
Check out this cool scepter.
Blackberry invasive. I've heard that. Yeah.
Dude, they are so bad. I think. Oh, if my mom's still here, I know she said they haven't gone to dinner yet. She can correct me. But one of our houses when we lived on the east side of Salt Lake had them in the backyard, and yeah, they're so invasive. It was like blackberries or something. They're delicious, but they take over.
Yeah, I really enjoy boysenberries too. So I think
yeah,
boysenberry tree.
Oh, dude, boysenberry syrup was like one of my favorites. I love boysenberry syrup on pancakes or waffles.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna add a channel in the Discord, and I'm gonna make it like gardening. So if anybody has any questions or tips or anything like that.
Yeah, we could do a gardening section in the Discord for sure.
Because I've mentioned before, I don't know if everybody was present for that, but one of the things I plan to and will add to my channel this year when I go out and do my collecting, I want to do a couple days where when I go out there, I don't bring a lunch, but when I take a break to get lunch, I'm going to go around and harvest some consumable, like safe to consume crops and stuff that are out there in the creeks. So kind of give people an idea of what you can find out there, what's safe to eat and things like that. Because there's quite a bit out there that is safe to forage and safe to consume. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I feel like that's good information to learn too. And I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand with rock hounding because certain people, well, I guess it can go hand in hand depending on where you're at. You have some people out in the deserts, like in Arizona and stuff like that. But then you have people like me in the Midwest when we go and we rock hound and we're in creeks and stuff. There's tons of stuff around. Like I did a little reading and there's so many things that I know I've seen and I've gone and I've rewatched my videos and just clips I have of just pictures and videos of different plants and stuff. Because I love plants. Whenever I'm out there, I always have a bunch of pictures. I used to add the pictures in, but then a couple smart alecky people said, keep it to the rocks. So I've just done rocks ever since. But early on, I would add pictures of the flowers and vegetation and stuff. But there's so many things out there that are safe to eat. Just like wild onions that are like chives, so many different lettuces. Like you can just literally go out there and, bring some safe water to wash things with. And you can make a whole like fresh salad, there's so many different things. It's really cool. And I want to teach people that. Because God forbid, the world ever gets to a place where we don't have the luxury of going to a grocery store to buy everything, and we don't have the luxury of internet to look something up on how to do something. Oh my God, Chris!
What do you mean, yuck? This is some of the best stuff ever, and I can't believe they ever stopped.
Oh, yeah.
It was a limited edition thing they did, and I think
if you got any. Jeff, if you got any dandelion recipes, please feel free to share.
Expired 3 years ago this month, but I'm still going to use it. It's just gelatin. Oh my god, it's so good. So delicious. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers.
So many different things. But I think that's going to be cool. I feel like it's not something a lot of people talk about. And I know there's a lot of people that go and collect in the areas I collect or similar settings and things like that. Obviously everybody's location would be different. So, do it at your own discretion and always be sure, if you're ever uncertain, don't eat it. But there's different things you can get. You can get books and guides with pictures and stuff like that. So I plan to get myself educated so I can get everybody else educated. I think that'd be really cool. Save me $15 on road trip snacks and stuff like that to eat them at my lunch when I'm collecting. Oh,
don't eat these dandelions. Here's some dandelions you should not eat.
Yeah, don't eat them when they're like that.
Although this is a soy-based ink, it is safe. It's non-toxic soy-based ink, so.
Yeah, and blackberries. I always see blackberries out there. It's crazy. I want to find some morels too. I don't know if it's season for them yet, or I think we're in it.
Yeah.
Or
Someone just sent me a video this morning. I don't know if they want to share who, so I won't say, but they found a huge, big ol' 3-inch morel.
Squirrel, do you know where to find morels? Do you hunt for them? I'm planning to get down there hopefully in the next week or two.
It's partly about elevation. You need to be at just the right elevation above sea level. It's in a range, a specific. They grow.
Oh, yeah.
Range.
When it's mushroom season and I go out collecting, dude, there's so many people in those creeks, dude. It's crazy. Everybody's got a bucket and stuff like that. And I'm like, look at all these people looking for geodes. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. Everybody's looking for mushrooms.
Good fiber.
Squirrel, did you hear my question, buddy?
Those are too ripe.
Alone. Ooh, I've heard about that show. That's a show, right? I haven't checked that one out yet. I love all those Survivor type. Oh, done there? Dang, I missed it.
Yeah, someone I know who's south of that, they're still finding them, and he just showed me a big one this morning. Massive morel.
Oh. Who wants to find some and send them to me? I will pay you in geodes.
Yeah, I think it depends where you're at.
Do you find morels up there by you or no?
Here? Me?
No, Jackie.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, I thought maybe you were asking Jackie. That's what I assumed. I was going to say, I don't look out here for the mushrooms.
Minnesota. The way you speak, it makes me think you do find them. If you do find them, I want some. Anybody. I just want to try one. Everybody makes them seem so good. You get morels in Montana too? What in the world?
They're pretty good. I really like yellow chanterelles. That mushroom hunting video I put out last month was from a day we were actually up there.
I'm serious about that. I'll even pay. I'll give genuine money. I won't just pay in geodes. I'm just kidding. But I really do want to try them. I've looked them up online and I can find like dried ones, but I want a fresh one. I want someone who can like collect them and like seal them, toss them in with some ice, and like ship them to me.
They're really good, fancy mushrooms. Well, restaurants charge a lot for them. No, they're special. Mushrooms. They're just a good.
Where to find my area, and I think one of these afternoons I'm gonna go like walk around.
Yeah, just a good edible, normal mushroom. Nothing magic or special about it.
Hey, you know what, Resort Dog? I've gotten some pretty crazy things into my collection using just geodes. Let me tell you.
They don't always grow in poop. I mean,
they're not growing in poop. They're growing under trees.
Yeah, watch that video I just posted last
No,
month.
squirrel. I've never had a morel. I've wanted to find them. Oh, cool. Okay, so as long as the dried are still good.
They grow all our crops in poop. Are you kidding me? All your crops are grown in poop. All of them. Every one of them.
There's a place up in Illinois up north that I know of where you can find the best, absolute best bunching onions that I've ever had.
Mm.
So good. They're so sweet. It was just like a little nature preserve, and I was walking the trail, and there was like a forest ranger guy, one of the Illinois State Forest Ranger guys, and he stopped and he picked a couple and he like put them in his like lunch bag thing, and I was like, "What was that?" And
Yeah,
and he's like, "They're onions, dude." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah." He took one, like picked it and rinsed it off, and he ate it, and then he picked another one, rinsed it off, and handed it to me, and I was like, "This is ridiculous." What is a ramp? I don't know. What are you guys talking about? Is that a type of mushroom?
wow. I'm not sure what a ramp is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, but I believe um what was it? I don't know. I don't know if it's the name Chicago or maybe what Chicago used to be referred to before it had its name. But it used to be like it was called like the land of onions. Like the natives referred to Chicagoland area as the land of onions.
Yeah, we found some great. There's good wild onions out
Oh,
in.
that's cool. See, look at this. Nature's awesome. And hey, just to clarify, if you were not in Chris's sale earlier, I did give warning that I was going to ramble today. I gave fair warning. A handful of you were present for that warning. If you were not, I apologize. But ADHD is not my friend today, so here we are, not talking about rocks and talk about plants.
Hey, that's what it's all about. We
Oh,
kind of.
that's awesome, Jeff.
Yeah, we did have wild onions in our yard, as my mom pointed out. We used to have. They were green onions. I guess they had bulbs too, but yeah, they were the ones you'd use, like the long, skinny green onions that you'd chop up. They were really good for that.
Wild leeks, awesome. Dang, now
Ramps. Oh
on
yeah, those are delicious. Oh my gosh, we had some of those recently. Was it the Korean place we went to or Vietnamese place we went to? One of them it had some of those. Oh yeah, those were so delicious. I love those.
Jackie, you are correct. Safety first. Growing onions for the flowers. Yeah, see, that was actually something I learned a little different this year when I was planting my garden. Was I found some literature that talked about complementary vegetables and stuff like that, ones that will do well next to each other's and one that will fight for nutrients. So, like, I've got my whole garden all mapped out and everything, so everything should be complementary. It's gonna be really cool. I'm so excited.
Ugh, my pants were all hiked up from sitting down. Hold on. Let me bring you all over
Right,
here.
Travis? They can be really pretty. I blew Paisley's mind. What was it? Maybe last month or 2 months ago, when I told her that broccoli is flowers. That I told her like if you let broccoli keep growing, it'll bloom into little flowers.
So it's actually room temperature already.
Persimmon. I've heard about those, Jeff. I'm pretty sure Mike was telling me about those. There's somebody else, another one of the Southern boys was telling me about them. Maybe it was Jim.
Yeah, persimmons are okay. They're not my favorite. You said persimmons, right? I didn't see chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay. I've had good and bad ones.
All right. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna mute so you don't have my heater noise being annoying.
So yeah, no, this is not the Kool-Aid. This is not, or the gelatin. This is not the watermelon gelatin. This is the our crystal jello. We'll call this. So I'm gonna put our little guy in here. Although I don't know why it says put him. It says put so that it's touching the edge of the container. I'm not really sure why. I kind of feel like the middle might be best. Wash my hands. It's just salt crystals. All these are is food coloring and salt. Fun little experiment you can do at home. Usually, sometimes there are other things, but they're always usually non-toxic, non-harmful, basic little things. All right, so I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. Oops, I'm just supposed to put a lid on it. It just says let's sit in the fridge for 6 to 12 hours, so that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna go.
Sorry. It's cold, so I've got the heater going, but it also makes it so dry.
I wonder, I probably lose service. I kind of want to walk you all over to my, hold on, take it off the tripod. We've got a little pond over here. All the green you see over there with the trees, across the way over there, there's a big pond, and it's just filled with like frogs and birds, tons of frogs and turtles. Little turtles, big turtles too, eastern box turtles. But at night, it is crazy loud, like 1,000 frogs just going nuts over there.
Go frog gigging.
What I miss in chat?
Good.
I like rock candy for growing crystals. So, Jackie, it has the seed inside of it. I don't know if you saw that. There's a little stone in there. And in the instructions, it just says place at the edge of the container so there's room for the crystals to grow. So I'm kind of led to believe it doesn't need to touch the edge of the container because it's not like electrolysis. There's no electric current running through. Because when you do like growing your own crystalline silver and stuff, there's electricity and whatever. But I think with this, it'll probably be fine sitting in the middle. But it'll be an experiment. If it doesn't start growing crystals, we'll move it to the edge of the container. But I have a pretty good feeling it'll grow like that. What did I miss? Phone only works best at my desk and in the entire tornado of Target. Mobile homes. They're not mobile because you can drive them. They're mobile because the tornadoes fling them around.
Oh gosh, that's dark.
That's something one of my friends told me. One of my friends who lives in Tornado Alley. Yes, I will give you a call.
That sounds like a missed opportunity for a delicious meal.
Who needs instructions? We don't need no stinking instructions.
Unless it's something from IKEA. IKEA is just too confusing.
Yeah, Travis, I have seen people do stuff like putting copper or even crystals or different things in the garden to help with different plants. I'm gonna not try and get too much into that and not try and offend anyone. Half of it, a lot of it's pseudoscience. Some of it's misconceptions. Sometimes they're like, oh, this plant does well if it has copper. And so people are like, oh yeah, put a copper wire on the plant or near the plant. It's like, no. It needs mineralized copper in the soil for the plant, not a chunk of copper next to the plant. Like, yeah. I think some of those things then get blown up by people who just want to make money and just want to sell gimmicks that aren't proven to work.
Yeah.
But in some cases, there are things that will work and will help. And plants, of course, react with minerals and metals. And there are definitely times when it is real. But there's also times when people are milking you for money.
Yeah.
You got it, squirrel. No jinxes. It's been scary out there. Seeing the weather and the reports, like, I just keep having my fingers crossed for everyone that's out in Tornado Alley. No fun. But now, if you're just talking about using wires to hold up your plants and supporting plants, that's a whole other thing. People talk about, yeah, other things though that aren't just that. But I've used bamboo is something I prefer because you don't have to worry about metals tarnishing, weathering, rusting, oxidizing, things like that. If you're using stuff like bamboo sticks and wood, so for garden supports, that's a pretty good option, I think, is bamboo sticks.
Jeff, I think it would, but I think it would depend. This is more like people going and buying like a copper like plumbing pipe and like sticking that in the ground, like something that's made to take on water. That's going to take a very long time to get to a point where it's going to oxidize and have any sort of benefit. Maybe it would benefit having that iron buildup, but I don't know. I think it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, like the little wristbands that had a magnet in them that were supposed to turn you into a super athlete. Remember that back in the day? I remember those came out when I was in like junior high. Everybody started wearing them.
Well, if you're still here, Mom, bye. Sorry, I didn't see that you were leaving. Enjoy dinner. If you're already gone, I will, definitely call you later. If you can, you're asking if it's that right time of year, but also let's keep in mind a lot of weather patterns have just been off this year everywhere. All the weather is kind of out of whack, so don't be discouraged if things aren't growing right. It could just be late this year. It's not necessarily that you missed a chance. Some things started early this year, some things are actually starting late this year. It's a really weird year for weather, and plants are reacting all over the spectrum in weird ways to the weird weather. So I don't know. Just something to keep in mind.
Right. See, that's where I'm at, Jeff. I always grew up with my granny, and she lived in Chicago, but she grew up in Kentucky. She's actually from Hazard County, Kentucky, and funnily enough, her maiden name is Duke. So they are the real Dukes of Hazard County, Kentucky. Totally a fictional show. No correlations. But yeah, same thing. I grew up with being in the garden with her. She had a couple things like tomato plants. She had a really beautiful rose bush and a couple of things, and she never did any of that extra. The only thing I ever saw her go outside and do, the only thing I copy and do, is I'll go and sprinkle some used coffee grounds, and I'll let some eggshells dry out and crack them up. But other than that, I don't really mess with it. Just let it do its thing.
That was creepy, Greg. I gotta jump in here. Greg sent a message, and as I read it, it said, "Hunker down, Chris. Looks like bad weather is gonna hit in about half an hour." And as he said that, it sounded like my wall was gonna blow down, and like rain started smashing the window. And I'm watching the tree just like went like this out there and then stopped. Like, what the hell?
Greg's hiding in her closet.
A big old gust just came by. Speaking of tornadoes, Long Island's gonna have its first ever tornado right now. Jeez.
Oh, dude, small world. What if they know each other? Wouldn't that be crazy, Jeff?
Yeah, blowing in. Wait. Oh yeah, the guy you guys know, Mike. You mean?
No. I'm talking about my grandma was from Hazard County, Kentucky, and that's where he's got family that's out there in Hazard County as well.
Oh, that guy. Okay, I was tying it back to how earlier you were talking about Mike. Mike was out there too, right?
Yeah, not Hazard County, but he's in Kentucky.
Yeah. No, I kind of thought you were talking about.
What if you guys are related, right?
23andMe.
That'd be crazy.
Hey, do that 23andMe service. That's crazy. You find out who you're related to.
Yeah, I've got my. Well, I don't want to start like listing the names of my relatives. We'll message me right after the podcast, and we'll talk about it because that's pretty crazy. I want to see if you know anybody. That'd be nuts. Right, small world, long lost relatives brought together by geodes.
Yeah, crazy resort dog. That's a shame.
Yeah, Mike's in Danville. I don't know what county that is. Grandpa had 2 other families? What?
Crazy.
Grandpa's a dog. All right. I don't mean any offense by it.
Yeah, anyone else have any last questions for us before we get wrapping it up? I'm thinking
Yeah.
of wrap it up in just a little bit here so I can eat. I've not eaten in a while and I need to go have a nice big meal so that I can actually go live again tonight. I'm gonna try and break Kyle's record. I think we're just gonna stream the rest of the night and I'm gonna stay up till like midnight streaming.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say that earlier. You know what you should do when your watch hours get to like where you're just like a couple hundred away? You just need to plan on doing a live. Just
Just do
go
it live
stay
until I
live
hit it.
until you hit it, bro. Do it.
Uh, just a live watching out my window, or I'll just go to the lake. I live really close to a lake. I'll go walk over to the lake and just put the camera up over the lake, and I'll just go live for like 6 hours till I hit it.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh, that is a good question,
Very good question.
and I've actually got one, and I keep it, although it creeps a lot of people out, including myself sometimes. So let me grab it while Tyler tells you his.
Tiger's Eye. Actually, believe it or not, there's no reason to be afraid of it, but like as soon as I heard it,
Just
like what it was.
ruin mine, why don't you? Okay, whatever.
Oh,
I
well,
was
go
actually
grab it.
grab
Dang
some slabs of Tiger's Eye.
it. That's the only one. That's the only one that makes me afraid. And what's the other one? Dang, plasma agate. Plasma agate and Tiger's Eye are the only ones that scare me. Tiger's Eye, I've been told there's no like genuine concern as long as you're taking like standard precautions. But plasma agate, you gotta be like super, super careful with because
And
that's
let
got cyanide in it
yeah,
or something
let's
like
let's put some facts out there too.
art.
Any
That's what
powdered
it.
any powdered mineral is bad for your lungs. Any powdered mineral is bad, right? But as we know, asbestos is bad because it tends to act like razor blades in your lung, and in its small fibrous dust form just cuts and obliterates the lung. And then people will tell you, oh, but Tiger's Eye is safe because it's in a crystalline structure and it's locked up and it's safe. Sure, in that form, it's safe. In this form, right here, this is safe. To handle this and be around this is safe. But as soon as you start grinding it, and the lapidary artist who is grinding it and polishing it is the only one who's ever in danger from inhaling the dust and powder. The dust and powder from this is still dangerous. There's nothing safe about working asbestos. So what a respirator is a must when you're working rocks, period, but especially when you're working hazardous ones, and as everybody rocks has mentioned, eye protection too, because fine dust, it settles everywhere, and your eyes are wet. The dust will love to settle to your eyes. And anyone who's watched me cut and polish, I often have my big goggles and my respirator mask. Um, but yeah, it's not a joke to destroy your lungs. And something I see some lapidary artists, and they'll remain nameless, but some of them do lives on other platforms too, and they never wear protective equipment. I watch them do everything from the cutting, shaping, polishing, beginning to end, all live, zero protection, and they talk about how it doesn't matter, it's safe, and no. There's reasons those same people have some serious health problems too.
For those curious, this is plasma agate.
Yeah, that stuff's beautiful. Voice cracked a little bit there. That was beautiful.
I want to say it is mined in California, but that red orange stuff, I believe, is arsenic or something like that. I may be wrong. I may be like atrociously wrong, but I think that's what it is. But my buddy Dave with Bonnie and Clyde gemstones, he's got a mine out in California where he mines it. And I believe he is the only one that currently mines it right now. So it's a pretty high value agate. Mercury, Cinnabar mine. That's what it is. Mercury. Greg to the rescue! So yeah, super terrifying, and I'm afraid to work with it.
And then I've got, here's another one to answer that question. And then I will have to wrap it up now because Whitney just got home from the store and I'm going to go help her put away groceries and make some dinner. And so I can get back live with another live sale tonight. And this might be our longest podcast yet, actually. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark.
I think we got at least, or you got to go sooner? Can we take it out to the 2 hour?
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I might mute and step away for a sec. I'm going to show this and then actually immediately go wash my hands. I don't usually touch this. This is also terrifying. This comes from a mine that is known for galena, lead, mercury, and arsenic.
Oh, I got some lead. I don't have it out right now, but
I have not identified any arsenic in this, but it's got wild crystals that I have not identified. I do not know what kind of crystals these are. I don't think they're actually quartz. They're really weird. There is some quartz, but there's galena. There's pyrite and pseudomorph pyrite. This thing is heavy. This rock is crazy heavy.
Tucking it. Now
So,
your fingers are green. Go wash them.
yep, now I'm going to go mute and wash.
Don't lick your fingers. Moment of silence for Chris while we all anxiously await his return. Yeah, galena is lead. And that's why there's no more Romans. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, I stepped away from back. Yeah, I've handled those a fair bit. I know they're pretty safe. I've examined them pretty closely. I just know the area happens to contain some not so friendly toxic things. Galena is lead. Yes, sorry, I said lead galena. I tend to say that as a characteristic because galena is a classification of lead. I've got some really cool cubes of it, and I always call it galena lead. Lead galena. Interchangeably. Oh, here we go, Tyler. Although it's not crystalline gold, you're saying you need some gold? You want to buy some gold?
I offer you 3 geo.
That'll get you 2 flakes.
Great.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a pretty good question, and good one to reference the book for, because I actually can't remember what the galena.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Please stand by.
Whoops, ignore that.
Did Whitney see the title? Oh, I'm done. Oh, hey, we hit the 2-hour mark. Oh my goodness.
Okay. It was my bad.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. Did you read everybody Rox's comment? She said, "Did she see the turtle?"
That's exactly what happened, and she spilled it. Yeah, I know you knew. Everyone even knew I was gonna mess that up.
I can't breathe.
It makes it funny.
Oh goodness! Oh my! Oh my! Whew.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know where to go from there.
I done goofed that one, yeah. That's why I said I was gonna go help put away groceries, is so that I could warn her about it. And you're like, "Oh, let's go to the 2 hour mark." I was like, "Yeah," and then I just forgot. I was about to go warn her that was in the fridge, and she went to put something in the fridge and hit it and spilled it a bit. it's still okay. We lost a little bit of liquid, but it'll be okay.
You're gonna have crystals growing in your fridge now.
Oh no. She wiped it up right away, right? And the crystals just start growing everywhere. All right. Well, I don't know if I missed anything else in the last few minutes as far as questions, but I think that might about wrap it up today. Here's one that creeps a lot of other people out. Not because it's dangerous or anything, just because people don't like the way it looks.
It looks spicy. I like it. Spicy mustard. That's its new name. Add spicy mustard to the adoption list too.
The spicy mustard cauliflower botryoidal mass.
Did you hear me? Add that one to the adoption list.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's what I'm saying. If it ever becomes available, I have first rights.
So Jeff, it looks a lot like sulfur. It came from Beacon Hill, the same as the blue botryoidal geode that Tyler wants. It's weird because
Grab it. No, if it's handy.
it doesn't have any signs of being sulfur. It might have something. It's got something included to give it that color, but it does appear to be chalcedony. Like it actually appears to be chalcedony here. Just a weird sulfury colored chalcedony. Very strange.
Right, I'm the god dad. Just let me know.
They were dollar store Tupperwares that I bought. Even snapped down, they are not watertight. I don't know if it's iron stain. We'll take a closer look at it. Maybe do some scratch tests. Maybe we'll do a future video examining this a little closer because it's definitely not deep. It's only on the surface. Just down inside, you lose that color very quickly in one layer of chalcedony there. There's actually some micro banding there. You can see multiple layers growing one after another.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice to my godchild. Don't drop it around like that.
I think we'll officially call it there, though, if you're good. Like I said,
yeah.
go prepare some stuff, and sounds like my neighbors are getting home quite loud. Yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out today, getting those watch hours, and helping out with that. And if you had any questions we missed, leave them in the comments for next time. Leave a comment, actually, too, just because it helps. But yeah, we'll get to them next time and actually show some of the show and tell stuff. We didn't get to that today, but we'll pull up the Discord and do some show.
I'll have to check out, Jeff. Do you share my Discord?
Yeah. All right.
I think we'll plan on going again next weekend, and I think we're gonna plan to have another guest on. We'll either try and get Loki on, we'll get Nick on, whoever's available, and keep everybody updated. But otherwise, appreciate everybody hanging out. All those new Resort Dog. I apologize if you've been here before, but you seem like a newer face to me. Great to have you. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, they're around the community a bit.
Consider checking out both of our channels if you're not familiar. We both got some pretty great content out there. Yeah, whatever you want to do, Jeff. Either way. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna let Chris get back to his little turtle and make sure Whitney doesn't smack it around anymore.
Yeah, and I will after I eat and take a little break and stuff, I'll go live again later this evening and hang out for a bit and see if anyone wants to buy. Now that I got all these cabs out and found all those missing cabs, we'll get all that added to the sale table and be back live again later today, get more watch hours, and see if we can't break Kyle's record for one day of streaming.
I don't know. I think didn't that pass like 12 hours though?
I think he hit 13.
Jeez Louise, man. One day, maybe when I move to Kentucky for like a celebration, we'll do a big crazy long stream and just crack a whole bunch of geodes.
All right, or we'll get some battery packs and some things to cool our phones and do a long stream at Herkimer.
Right. All right. That's all for me. That's all I got.
Yep, we'll see y'all soon. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Later.